Cybersecurity risk management. Cybersecurity risk management is a strategic process that helps organizations identify, assess, and manage potential threats to their digital systems and data. It is not only about preventing attacks but also about understanding where your organization is vulnerable and building proactive measures to limit the damage of any breach. These threats range from cyber attacks like ransomware and phishing to internal issues such as human error or weak access controls. It is a structured approach that integrates cybersecurity into broader business goals, ensuring digital safety while enabling operational continuity. Cybersecurity risk management aims to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information assets. By anticipating risks, you position your organization to respond effectively and recover swiftly. Identification of risk is the first step in risk management. Risk identification focuses on uncovering all possible vulnerabilities and threats. During this phase, cybersecurity teams perform a comprehensive audit of the digital environment. This includes creating a complete inventory of information assets, namely hardware, software, networks, and data. It also determines which assets are essential to the business. They may use tools like asset discovery software, vulnerability scanners, and threat intelligence feeds. Organizations also examine internal processes, user behavior, and third-party service providers to identify possible sources of risk. From outdated systems and unpatched software to poorly managed user accounts, the goal is to leave no stone unturned. Understanding what you have and how it might be exploited is the first line of defense. Assessing the risk is the next logical step in risk management. Risk assessment determines how likely each identified threat is to occur and what its potential impact might be. For example, a minor vulnerability in an internal application may pose less risk than a major flaw in a public-facing website. Risk assessment is typically done using qualitative or quantitative methods. Risk levels are categorized based on severity and business impact. Organizations weigh these risks according to how they could affect operations, legal compliance, customer trust, and reputation. Tools such as risk matrices, impact or probability charts, and heat maps help visualize and prioritize risks. Risk assessments are usually collaborative, involving IT, risk managers, and senior leadership to ensure alignment with business objectives. Risk mitigation involves implementing controls and safeguards to reduce the likelihood and/or impact of identified risks. Effective risk mitigation means choosing the right mix of prevention, detection, and response strategies. This could involve technical solutions like firewalls, intrusion detection systems, or encryption, as well as administrative actions like staff training, access controls, and regular policy reviews. For instance, to combat phishing, you might combine email filters, simulated attack training, and incident response playbooks. In some cases, risk is transferred to third parties via insurance or outsourcing. Mitigation should be proportional to the threat. Meaning, don't over-engineer low-risk issues, but don't cut corners on critical ones. It is also important to document mitigation plans and test them regularly. Organizations should adopt recognized frameworks like the NIST, ISO IEC 27001, COBIT, or CIS controls. NIST, for example, breaks risk management into 5 functions, namely, identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover, thus offering a full-cycle security approach. ISO IEC 27001 focuses more on security governance and building a culture of continuous improvement. CIS controls list specific, actionable items ranked by effectiveness. These frameworks offer structured approaches to managing cybersecurity risks and ensuring compliance with legal and regulatory standards. In other words, these frameworks provide detailed guidance on best practices. Cybersecurity frameworks are adaptable to organizations of all sizes and industries. Adopting a framework ensures your efforts are comprehensive, consistent, and credible. Continuous monitoring is essential to maintaining a strong risk posture. It is important to remember that cybersecurity is not a one-time project. New threats, vulnerabilities, technologies, and attack techniques emerge regularly and business operations evolve, thus completely changing the risk landscape. Monitoring involves real-time detection, incident reporting, regular audits, and ongoing training to ensure all stakeholders stay informed and alert. Use security information and event management tools, endpoint detection, and alert systems to detect anomalies. Combine this with periodic risk reassessments, employee awareness sessions, and updates to policies and controls. The key to resilience is adaptability. To summarize, an effective cybersecurity risk management strategy not only protects systems but also builds trust with customers, stakeholders, and regulators. It ensures business continuity, reduces liability, and enhances an organization's overall reputation. In today's digital age, cybersecurity is a non-negotiable fundamental business requirement.